Welcome back and congratulations on getting your $100 travel savings activated. If you're anything like me, you're a bit curious on how exactly we can give $100 in real travel savings. So let us catch you up to speed on how we're able to do it before we give you the bigger picture on what's going on here. See, 14 years ago, there was a unique concept launched that helped people solve a simple but common problem. Most people have a bucket list, but they put off checking much of that list because they think they had to wait until they've retired. Now, of course, it wasn't that people didn't want to do epic things in magical places with the people that they cared about most. In most cases, it was the misconception that vacations were too expensive and that they were too much of a hassle to plan. For many people, it boiled down to the fact that life just got too busy and too stressful. Thinking about what it would take to plan a vacation usually ended up taking a back burner on the list of more urgent priorities. Let me rephrase it. Vacations took a back burner to seemingly more urgent priorities. Allow me to ask you a question that might put some things into perspective. Imagine it's the eve of your birthday, 10 years from now. So real quick, take your current age and add 10 years. And picture that number of candles on the cake or the cartoon-like number etched in the shiny helium balloon. That's the age you'll be turning tomorrow. How does that make you feel? Now think about the last decade. What are you most proud of? Are you most proud of the bills you paid? The hours of TV you watched? The time you spent scrolling on social media? The overtime hours you put in at work? How great your yard looks? Or are you most proud of the framed photos on your wall? You know, the ones that captured the moments of time where your loved ones had the time of their life. The memories that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't put the things in motion to make it happen. We wanted to create something that would allow people to consistently create memorable experiences with the people they care about most. That's why we created the world's greatest travel app. We know that you don't want to pay too much for the vacation experience, but you don't want cheap experiences either. This app gives people access to the best experiences in the world at the properties vetted in advance at insider rates. Think about it this way. Would you get a better deal by buying one bottle of water at a gas station or 40 bottles at a big store? One is $1.50 per bottle. The second is 12 cents per bottle because you bought a case. Most buy travel from retailers like Expedia, Orbitz, CheapTickets.com. Because of our 14-year award-winning travel industry experience, we're able to provide travel directly from the source of the best and lowest inventory on the planet and pass that savings on to our password-protected travel app. Simple enough, right? That's a big part on how we're able to pull off this Dream Giver program. Because we consistently do so much volume with vendors, we have access to exclusive prices. Let me give you a quick and simple example. Let's say someone goes to book a 3-night hotel stay on Expedia. The hotel cost is $125 per night. Well, in this scenario, we can get access to that same room for $75 per night. So you can see there's a total of $150 in margin, 100 of which you got to apply in the form of a retail savings. $50 of which goes back to the person who gave you the savings. Want to get access to that type of savings not just once, but all the time? That's one reason why people subscribe to the world's greatest travel app. The app gives people the ability to select from any of the thousands of prepackaged vacation experiences. So they don't have to research the best places to go or the best things to do while they're there. All you have to do is click and go. So serious question. Would it be worth it to get started with something that gave you access to frame-worthy moments? Imagine, in just a few short months, based on what you decide to do today, you're taking pictures and videos on your new favorite beach while many of your friends are watching you on social media, wondering how it's possible that you were able to go to a place like that and get the VIP treatment. Picture your family is there with you, grateful that you decided to stop talking about going on a vacation and actually do something that allowed all of you to create memories as a family and come back with stories to tell. Would it be worth it? if all the dollars you spent on your subscription went back to you in the form of points. Point per dollar that could also be used to reduce the cost of your vacations. Over 1 million people in 41 countries have already made the decision to live their life on the other side of the screen with the world's greatest travel app. Will you be next? Speaking of a screen, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about how people are making money from their phone with this system. Have you ever thought about how you can make extra money in your spare time without having to get a second job to do it? If you have, you certainly aren't the only one. As a matter of fact, so many people around the globe are doing something on the side that there's now a name for it: the gig economy. Others call it the side hustle. People are searching for ways to increase the amount of money that comes into their bank account each month because what's coming in isn't providing the lifestyle they truly want. But wouldn't you agree that you're not just looking for more money, you're looking for a better lifestyle? The challenge is there are so many options, it's almost overwhelming. Most require significant upfront capital, a steep learning curve with technology, and worst of all, more of your time. That's why we do 3 things. We teach people how to make money from their smartphone in the time that they're already spending on social media without needing a big following. We show people how to make money online without spending thousands of dollars to learn how. And we help people build a residual income without having to chase their friends to attend meetings every week. How does that work? Well, if you think about it, in order for someone to purchase a valuable product or service, they have to take their time to see it, right? Of course, that's easier said than done, since people are bombarded with information and distractions at every turn. If you can overcome the challenge of getting people's attention to look, you've won more than half the battle. That's why we created an extremely compelling tool to get people to take a look. Let me ask you, do you think you can get someone's attention by offering them $100 in hotel savings? You're living proof that the answer to that is yes, because you're listening to this right now. This is what we're utilizing to get people to take a look. Problem solved. By the way, how many times could you give $100 to get back 50? And in case you're wondering, you aren't giving away $100 of your own money. That's the other brilliant part of our system, the give-get. That's the first way we get paid when you become a social marketer. But how else do we get paid? You get paid every time someone you introduce to the concept decides to become a paid subscriber. There's upfront money, there's team building bonuses, which means you can get compensated on subscriptions that you didn't directly bring on the books. And there's the most important part, residual income. Have you ever considered building a residual income? If you're not familiar, it's an income that comes in month after month based on effort that you put forward in the past. If you're curious as to why high-paid doctors, attorneys, and even professional athletes are getting started with us, it's because of the residual income component. Billionaire Warren Buffett puts it this way: if you don't figure out a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. By now, you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, I see why this makes sense, but what would I actually be doing? That's why we give social marketers exclusive access to our social marketing mastery training. This is specifically designed for busy people who don't have time to go meet with people one-on-one or drive to in-home events each night. If you want to go buy this course online right now, you would have to pay $1,997, but you'll get it for less than that when you work with us directly. What do we do with this platform and training? We take the seemingly complex monster known as social media and break it down into bite-sized pieces so that the 80-year-old can do this. No, seriously, we have 80-year-olds doing this right now. After investing a significant amount of time and money, we figured out there are 5 key components to building a business on social media. Think about it this way. If you want to get cash out of an ATM machine, you have to know all the digits of your PIN code. Even if you know 4 out of the 5, the cash doesn't come out. That's how the social media game works. I mean, check this one minor example to test out your social media IQ. What's better for your business? To have 5,000 friends or 500? It's not a trick question. If you were to ask me in the past, I would have told you, of course, 5,000. But it turns out Facebook gives you a score based on the percentage of people you engage with and that engage with you. If you engage with 50 of your friends on Facebook, you get a better score if you have 500 friends. If you've unknowingly got a low score, Facebook shows less of what you post, which is detrimental to your business. You see what I mean? There's an entire system and strategy behind what we do. By now you're wondering, well, what do I do to get started? What's the details? Let's talk about what's all included if you choose to get started with us today. We got the Social Marketing Mastery Training, like we already mentioned, that's valued at $1,997. We have all the private Facebook groups we've built with all the content and information your prospects need in order to make a decision, move forward, and succeed. And that's a value of $497. Getting a subscription to both the world's greatest travel app and our social marketing platform that give you access to make money is $250 one time and $82 a month. That's a grand total of $2,744. But as a bonus, we'll also give you a lifetime access to our mastermind, where you'll be able to work with the core group of leaders who designed this system, and that value is $197. So the grand total to this point would be $2,941. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. When you get started with us today, we'll give you 4 $100 travel cards to get started and invite your contacts to come take a look. That's $400 value, a grand total of $3,341 in value. But that's not what you'll pay when you get started with us. You'll only pay $250 one time and $82 a month to get access to everything we just spoke about and more. $3,341 of value for just $250 today. And we should mention, if you don't care about the money part and you just want to get the world's greatest travel app, you don't have to become a marketer in order to get it. You also don't have to get the app in order to become a marketer. Did we also mention that we'll give you the ability to access these $100 hotel savings to potential prospects and customers? How many $100 hotel savings cards can you give out? That's truly a win-win-win. So really there's 2 choices at this point. First option, do nothing. Continue doing what you're doing and get the same results. Nothing wrong with that, and that's what many will choose. To stay in their comfort zone, take 0 risks, and play life safe. Second option, pay this minimal cost today compared to all the value that you'll get in return and just give it a shot. It's been said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take in life. What if this was your shot to achieve the life that you truly deserve? When would now be a great time to message the person who shared this video with you, get your questions answered, and get started today?